All right, everyone. Hey, this is Sister Nayera with the Heal on Purpose podcast, hosted by Brother David and the Repair of the Black Family. I am truly excited today because I am going to bring forth to you another wonderful and magnificent guest. As you know, right here on the Heal on Purpose podcast, it is our ultimate goal and aim to help eradicate generational trauma, generational drama, limiting beliefs, and self sabotaging behavior patterns. And today I am very excited because I know my guest that's coming on that I'm about to introduce is solely focused on helping to change the future generations as well as healing the present. I am blessed and honored to introduce to you all. Y'all get ready. And as you are listening, I'm going to ask that you really go ahead and take you some notes, make you some comments. If you are listening on YouTube, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. If you're listening to my podcast, go ahead and follow the podcast. And if you have any questions for my guests, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments as we will actually make sure we get those questions answered for you. And so today I am truly elated, y'all. And I keep saying that because I am. You know, sometimes you just get really, really happy. You got to express your happiness. You got to express your joy. Come on now, we're talking about emotional intelligence. So this is why I keep saying that I'm really, really happy. So I have my brother here today who's straight out of New Orleans, okay? Home of my beautiful husband in New Orleans, Louisiana. He is a member of the Nation of Islam. He's been a follower, a dedicated soldier with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for 4 years, registered in the Nation of Islam. He's married, all right, 7 years. They have a beautiful combined family, blended family with 10 children and 15 grandchildren. And with all of that being said, they are a successful business owner doing for self with Yarons Catering. And I got to say this, I was blessed, y'all. Before we go on and I bring him up, I was blessed for my 50th birth anniversary. They catered my whole event, my whole retreat. And when I tell you the food is just magnificent, the food is magnificent. And we're going to bring forth to you all that information as well. And so I am going to bring our brother on because today we're talking about why Black men should retreat. Why is there a need for Black men healing? And today we hope and pray that you will get much out of this conversation. And let me bring my brother Ronnie on. Brother Ronnie, hey, how are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Man, assalamu alaikum, family. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Nayera. Praise be to Allah.
Yes,
Greetings
sir.
to all the family. Yes.
Greetings to you. And thank you so very much for being our guest, our honored guest right here on the Heal on Purpose podcast. Today, we are excited to have you. As I know you, Brother Ronnie, I've had the opportunity to have faith and time with you and your beautiful wife, you
Yes.
know, and so we're happy to have you here on the podcast. And so, Brother Ronnie, I gave a brief description about you. But I would definitely love for you to, let our listening audience know who are you and how do you show up in the world?
Okay, that's wonderful. Well, assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Brother Ronnie X. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, out of Mosque number 46 in the mighty, mighty city of New Orleans, the Crescent City, as they call it.
Okay.
The Big Easy. All right. I've been, like, as you stated earlier, registered Muslim for the past 4 years. I've been in the Nation of Islam, been in and around the Nation of Islam since I was, the age of 19 to 20. But it took me the past 4 years for me to really get serious and dedicated and follow Islam and join become registered, I should say. I'm married to a beautiful sister by the name of Sister Yasmin X. That is my queen. She and I co-partner the company you mentioned before, Yarons Catering, out here in New Orleans. We have a excellent bean pie and some great potato salad.
Okay, that's right.
Yes,
that potato salad is the bomb.
yes. But like I said, I, like I said, registered Muslim. Studying Islam for the past about 15 years. But I really, let me say this here. Let me go this route. I am really, really thankful for you,
Mm.
Naira, for the retreat that you gave me. I gotta say it for me because it seemed like it was specifically just for me. I know there
Okay.
had a lot of people there, but
Yes,
I
sir.
got a whole lot of it out of it, and I'm still unpacking right now the mental what I learned from you, sister.
All praises due
It's
to Allah.
beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, sir. And thank you for sharing that. We definitely would get into that, because I feel like it's important for us to retreat. Actually, you know what? Let's go right into that particular word, right?
Right,
Retreat.
right.
And so to retreat, by definition, it means as an act of moving back or withdrawing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we live in a very chaotic time. We're living in a time of what they say perilous times, right? And so I
Yeah.
truly feel like, not just feel like I have a knowingness that we have to take those moments of silence. Like scripture say, be still
Mm-hmm.
and know that I am God. And what I find oftentimes is we don't know how to be still and what that really looks like
Right.
in a world that's full of chaos, right? And so I feel like that, from my training, from my experience, that takes discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And what I have learned, Brother Ronnie, and I definitely want you to touch on this, what helped me with my discipline on being still and knowing that God is God and building that intimate and personal relationship with him, it was because of my faith,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's start right there, being able to be still, and what brought you on a journey to walk with, soldier for the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Let's start right there. How important it is with your faith and what brought you to this particular walk of life.
That that's a very, very interesting question. And let me start by saying this. What brought me to that was me wanting to know myself.
Mm,
Said to retreat. I had to pause for a minute. My life was very chaotic. Let me go back. Let me go back a few years before
mhm,
before I came into the Nation of Islam. All right. Let's say that my brother myself I was an alcoholic, literally
mm.
an alcoholic. I was the brother that could not go a day without drinking. I'm talking. I'm drinking on the job.
Mm.
That's how bad I was drinking. I would drink a fifth of alcohol and a 12 pack a day.
Wow.
No, I'm not. See, people say sometimes. No, this was every single day. It got to the point to where I was skipping out on rent money to make sure I had the money to give me some alcohol.
Wow.
It was that bad. I was driving a company truck. I had a company truck now with a fifth of alcohol in it, with my two shot glasses, not really shot glasses, my two glasses in my cup holder, two Crown Royal glasses with
Mm.
a 2 liter of Coke. And they knew that I was drinking and driving a company truck, but it was that bad. And I got to the point like, man, it's like I'm drinking like this all day, every day. My eyes bloodshot red all day, every day. I'm destroying my liver, my kidneys. I'm basically destroying myself, killing myself.
Mm.
And I had to figure out, man, what is all this for? I thought it
Mhm.
was a good time. I thought I was so-called enjoying life. I thought I knew myself at that particular time, and come to
Mhm.
find out I didn't know anything about myself. While I was out there doing all this drinking, and the whole world was continuing to spin it, continue evolving and going on, and I was stuck in one spot. I was living in the past.
Mm. Come
I
on,
was,
Brother Ronnie.
I was literally stuck in my own mind, I'm thought I was balling out of control. I'm doing it. And when you walk by and see me, they're like, this dude is losing his mind. You about to lose everything. You're on the verge of losing everything. But in my mind, I think I got it all together. So that brought me to a point to where I like, I got to stop this. My one day, I was with my young lady before I got married, and I woke up one Sunday morning after I brushed my teeth, go straight to the bottle, and she said, "I see that's a doggone shame. You have a problem." I said, "Nah, I don't have a problem. It would have been a problem if I'd have went up in this icebox and they wouldn't have had nothing to drink. That would have been a problem."
Wow. Come on now. You was truth and honesty.
Yes, I was truthful and honest. That's how bad it was. It was serious. And Islam has, and believe it or not, sis, I did not go through no 12-step program to stop drinking. I didn't go through not one AA meeting. I don't even know what that looked like.
Come on.
I met one brother. And he told me, he said, I said, man, so I got a drinking problem, a little bit of a smoking problem as well, too. I said, man, how do I stop this here? And brother told me, he said, when you become a Muslim, brother, we don't have no program, you just stop it.
Come on.
I said, what? I said, what you mean? He said, brother, you a God. You wasn't born with that alcohol. You wasn't born with it, with a cigarette or that liquor. Do you need it to breathe?
Come on.
Wait a minute, hold on, brother. I had to think what the brother was saying.
Come on.
Said, when you're gonna stop drinking when you decide you want to stop drinking.
Teach. So
that next day, I think I might have finished that bottle off while I was having that conversation with myself in the head. I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to stop this here. So the next day I went to the brother. I said, brother, stop drinking. He said, when did you stop? I said, last night. I said, last night. He said, so when did you have the last drink? I said, last night. He said, you sure? I said, yeah, but I'm done. I'm finished. You said all I had to do was stop. And I'm convinced I'm stopping right now.
Wow.
So now it's been, it's been about, I want to say about 7 years.
Wow.
Now, I take now every now and then. I would like take a little sip. I said, I don't need that. I don't need that. What I bought this? I'm wasting my money. I looked at it. I look at it at a financial aspect too. I was like, wait a minute, man. This costing me money, all kind of stuff. I don't need this. And brother was right. No 12-step program. I think it was like a 1-step. The word was stop it. Allah says stop it.
Wow. I mean, I'm literally, and I'm not going to say blow it away like I don't believe in the power of God and I don't believe in the power of these teachings, but I'm blown away because I'm literally face to face with a mirror reflection of my father who had an addiction to alcohol and the power of the word. See, you got a word that helped you to bring forth that willpower, right? And to be able to see you now and what I do know of you, it's another bearing of witness of the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, because I knew and I know that my daddy, though he's no longer here, he always desired to stop. And he tried many, many times and he went through many, many 12-step programs. But, listening to you, it made me have that moment in times that he just didn't have the right word. Come on now. He had a word. He had a word because he went to church. He did his best. And I like to reflect on my daddy, not from, his condition, but who he is and who he was as a man. My daddy was full of love, but he had conditions. Right? So to hear you say that, it just brought forth, it's the power, it's the right word at the right, come on, time. Listen to this, time.
Yes.
Time dictates the agenda. And so this brother that you met, it's literally like, what we learn in the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that when you meet the black man, when you come face to face, or when you meet every time you look in the face of a black man or woman, you're looking in the face of God. So you met, and from what I'm getting, you met a God for you. A little G, a messenger.
And sister, you know who this brother is. You
really?
know this. You know this brother personally,
Wow. Who?
Brother Minister Lawrence.
Oh, brother. Wow. See, brother Lawrence ain't no testimony.
Yes,
Well, praise be to
yes,
Allah. You know, and
yes,
he's still, that brother's still doing the work today. So as
yes.
thank you for sharing it. We know that many people across the world can hear your testimonial and really get life, right?
Mhm.
And so as I'm listening to you, this brother told you this, and that not only and it helped me to understand, not only did you stop smoking, but you accepted a way of life.
Exactly.
I mean, stop drinking, excuse me, but you accepted a way of life, and that life is Islam.
Islam. Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
That brother gave me one word.
Wow.
One word. And like
Wow.
you said, it was at the perfect time. He said, brother, all you need to do is stop.
Wow.
You don't
Wow.
need to
Thank you
go to
for
the program. Yes, ma'am.
wow. Thank you for sharing that, and kudos to brother Lawrence, who is one of my comrades in the faith and in this work. And so I asked the question, as it relates to faith, we go right into family. Now you
Mm.
said you wasn't married at the time when you was doing all that drinking.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
But
So let's transition into, going from faith to family. So what happened with that? Because you accepted the word. Then what happened
okay,
as it relates to family?
right. Okay. Let me backtrack a little bit before. This is how it was. At first, me and Sister Yas, we were just dating. We were living together. We were dating at the time, and she knew how I was, so she would she would help me with my drinking.
Okay.
She would have me a drink as soon as I walked through the door.
Wow.
When I come
Wow.
home, she knew where I was. Before I jump in the shower, I want to drink before I go up in the shower.
Wow.
And so, but let me put it like this: here, the family aspect of it, I wanted to be a good father, but I didn't know how. I taught my daughter how to drive drinking.
Wow.
I taught her how to drive. We got pulled over by the police, and what matter of fact, no, I was on my way to pick her up from school one day, and I had this how I rolled. I had my glass of E&J on my side right here, and my bottle on the side, and my bottle of Bud Ice or whatever beer I was drinking. 'Cause I had to have a chaser. And the police pulled me over, so I'm trying to tuck and hide everything under the seat. And I was like what they call a functioning alcoholic. I was really very good. So I knew I couldn't let this man come over to this car and see this alcohol and stuff in my car. So I tried to jump out the car, and he said, "Please return back to your vehicle, sir, please." And when I said, "But sir, excuse me, hold on, before you do all this here, brother, listen, I'm already late. I'm trying to pick my daughter up from school, and she has to go to practice and this, that, and other. Brother, please, she gonna miss the game or whatever it was." And he was like, "Okay, man, just drive safely and take your time." Over here, I'm over here sweating, but like, man, because I was a truck driver. That affected the brother's livelihood to the fullest. But now let me go back into transitioning to family life. Like I said, I wanted to become a good father. I had no idea of how to be a father. See, stereotypically or stereotyped, I thought like basically every brother here in New Orleans think right about now. You smoking and drinking, you paying the bills, you whatever, you are a good father. At least you there. At least you there. Because some of them ain't even there. At least you contribute and you there. You put it like this. I can't even say I was just there physically. I wasn't even there mentally. Because I sent my daughter a text message, both of them, like about a couple of days ago. I asked them, be honest with me. In your childhood, what did you learn from me? As a father, as a friend, as a provider, what did you learn from me? And I knew one was gonna be brutally honest. I knew she was gonna tell me. And her words was nothing. I learned nothing from you except don't trust a man, Don't do this. Don't trust that. That. Oh yeah. Well, I did. You did tell me about a 5-year plan. She didn't know the 5-year plan came from the Nation of Islam when I was young. But that's what I meant by I was there and not there. And now, by me being in the Nation of Islam now, and with the faith that I have now, I'm learning and I'm seeing all the mistakes I made in the past, and I'm correcting it now with this next generation that I have for us, my grandchildren. Now, man, I might have gave my children a whole, man, I might traumatize them. Whatever. When I was drinking, punching holes in the wall, all kind of carrying on. You know, when you're on that alcohol, you're full of, you don't know who you're not yourself.
Understood completely.
And if anyone has ever dealt with alcoholism, like they say, it's a disease. They say it's a disease, just like we have all these other drugs that are out here right now. But we use the alcohol as a coping mechanism. And what I had to do, I had to figure out and find out what was my problem. I had to really sit down and have a talk with myself and figure out what was causing me to drink like this. Was it? And it all boils back down to dissatisfaction and disappointment as a child. Trying to cover up some things that I didn't fully address when I was young. So I tried to, like they say, drown and hide your sorrows and find a solution to your problem at the bottom of a. And so that's what I was doing. Called myself, they say it's a coping mechanism. Coping, what are you doing? All you're doing is masking the problem and causing an even bigger problem. Because now on top of that, I was having health issues. Blood pressure was through the roof, on the verge of having a stroke and not even knowing it. Having a heart attack, not even knowing it. Blood pressure was so high, they were like, man, we don't even know how you walking, how you standing here. Blood pressure so doggone high.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for sharing that. And I truly believe, and for whoever is listening to this at this time, I truly believe that healing comes in vulnerability, healing comes in transparency, healing comes in storytelling, right? Being able to communicate where I was, where I'm at, and how I got through that, how I got over it, right? So your healing and the journey that you had to go through is actually affecting even me just sitting here right now, right? It's giving me more of a depth of understanding of what I even had to go through as a child growing up in a household where alcoholism was very prevalent, right? And I'm sure anyone that's listening to this, we're talking about alcoholism now, but I remember coming up through the crack generation, right? Right now in 2023, as we move into 2024, they have the fentanyl and all of these different things that the families are being affected by, infected with. Let me say that one more time. Affected by and infected with. Correct. And so the key factor in what I heard you just say, Brother Ronnie, is for me, and listening to your story, you said I was masking, I was coping because of disappointment and dissatisfaction. And many people go through things and they check out, right? But I was reading something about the Black man and how he is the least to express his stresses. Right? Because of, you go through the emotional conditioning. This is, let me know where I stand with this, from being taught not to cry or not to show your feelings. And all of this is a form of conditioning that actually affects the mental health or well-beingness of society. But in particular, we're talking about right now, you and as Black men, mental health, right? So with you being able to physically remove the alcoholism, to position yourself with your faith, right? Now you're coming back together with your family, okay,
Mm-hmm.
or establishing family with the faith, and remove, having the willpower. That's what I hear in your story. Like, it took willpower to make a decision, and most people can't make a decision. What did you do, or how did you help yourself mentally, like mental health, right? Especially in the time that we're in now, what did you have to do to get yourself mentally to where you needed to be? And how do you handle life as it relates to mental health in this time period for you now?
Okay. Let me say this. Okay, let me think on this. Let me just say this for a second. When you go back to what you said about telling a man or a child not to cry, you're gonna, and now I'm gonna put this air quotes up there now,
Yes.
because it's a very touchy subject.
Yeah.
Tell him, the young boy, not to show any emotion. In my age, in my era, at that time, you were gonna make him a punk.
Come on now. True.
Nobody wanted to be known as a punk at that time. He didn't want to be known to be soft, weak. So now you have this young boy growing up. You're teaching him, telling him not to show any emotion, and he's going through puberty, and this emotion is going through him, and he has no way of expressing himself, and no one to express himself with. Because a lot of times in a black household, there is no male figure there. And like I said, I was there, but I wasn't there.
Yes.
And in my childhood, when I was coming up, I didn't have a male figure there at all. I was raised up by my grandmother. And may Allah be pleased with her. She did the best she could with the education that she had on child rearing. Back, looked like she was coming straight out of slavery. Because my grandmother was young. She couldn't read. She barely could write. She knew enough to get by. Now, for as dealing with these things as a young child, it's easy to get led astray the wrong way. It's easy. That's why it's in the Bible. It easily led the wrong way, and hard to lead them the right way. Because that path is always easier. But it lands you into a whole lot of trouble. It's always easier.
Yes.
And trying to get someone to express yourself to that you had questions about puberty, about life in general, basically about every little thing, even how to go to the toilet. You had to be taught these things, and half of the time, no one was there to teach you anything. So how can you relate to anyone else when you can't even relate to your damn self?
Wow.
You are learning how to become you from your peers and from television.
Wow.
And television is nothing, as we already know, nothing but programming that basically is coming from the enemy, who doesn't want you to be a so-called model citizen anyway,
right,
or be productive in society.
Right.
So everything that, put it like this, everything I see right now on television with my grandchildren, everything I see is geared to move them in a certain way. And I'm saying that, and I'm trying. I know we're going to touch on other things later in the conversation. Hopefully we do. But what I'm saying, is gearing them to be not thinkers, not movers and shakers.
Come on now.
But followers.
Absolutely. I get it.
And how do we change them from that when they're in the schools being taught this foolishness? And that goes on. I don't want to go away from the subject, the question, but how do you prepare yourself mentally for that? Strength, the mind power that you actually have to have. See, we are taught not to talk to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least don't answer back.
Oh, don't answer back. But you have to talk to someone in order to talk to. So you have to question yourself and hope that with the knowledge that you have, give you some answers.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So if I'm reading on a third grade level, and I'm like 12 years old, and there's no one there for me to talk to, who can I talk to and ask these questions from to help me build the strength I need to get past? You see, I would help me develop the mental strength to do these things that I need to do was sports, because as a child at my in the era that I grew up in, and right now I see the same way. We're teaching our young boys the only way you're gonna get out of your situation is you play sports. You're a rapper. You're a drug dealer. Ain't nobody stressing too much on education. They talk that education stuff, but they ain't stressing education.
Correct. I agree.
You can go to TikTok or YouTube or whatever and learn how to steal a car quick, fast, in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can learn how to steal a car quick, fast, in a hurry. But how many of us actually go to YouTube and say, "Oh, damn, man, I need to know this algebra problem. What's the best answer to help me with just everyday life struggles?"
Absolutely.
Where do I get those answers from?
Absolutely.
Where do I get the simple question everybody really want to know? If your parents are absent from the home, where's my daddy? They want to know, you know, oh, where's my mama?
Wow.
You can't Google that if they ain't got no phone. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Who's going to help me with this? I need to know how in the hell I'm going. The craziest question they want to ask you in school is, I'm about to explain to you real quick. The craziest question they want to ask you in school is, what do you want to be when you grow up? They ask you that question and then don't give you the tools or tell you how to become that.
This is true. I agree.
You know, I want to become a doctor. Well, you got to go 40 years of school. I'm just throwing that under exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying? 40 years of school, but they don't tell you the proper route to become a doctor. They don't tell you, okay, you need to, not only do you have to have the good grades, but you have to have the discipline. You have to have the drive. You have to have the personality. You have to be, you have to have your mind in a certain frame of mind. You have to be in a certain mind frame just to think upon being that. So you know what we do? Man, it's easier for me to dribble this damn ball. It's easier for me to throw this damn pass or to catch this ball. It's easier for me to, I'm saying, for me to do that than it is to become this goddamn doctor or this engineer or whatever. I'm going to take my chances with this ball.
Absolutely. And wow, I mean, it's so much coming up, but I want to just say this, even for children in this time period, and maybe even while you was growing up, we needed outlets, and we would use those avenues as outlets, to get out the house or get from underneath the abuse or whatever, or, we got upset with our parents. It was some form of therapy, not in a traditional way like you see in today's time. Therapy is the whole nother realm, right? So, but that's what we use. I know for me, when my mom made me upset, I wanted to go outside and play hopscotch, or, I wanted to do something. Let's go play hide, go seek, whatever it was. I just wanted to do something different. But as I'm listening to you speak, and I think about, I would say, I just heard a recent talk show talking about Black men trauma, right? And your story is making it very real, because sometimes we don't realize that certain conditions that we go through as a culture, we have to be more engaged to change that cycle, change, yes, we had these trauma things, and we have these things going on, but how do we change it? And you said something very key. You said, we are taught not to talk to ourselves. We got to be able to learn how to talk, to communicate, right? Even if you don't have that one person. My question to you in the home, because I know I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna ask the question. I know that I was taught this way. What happens in my house stays in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that limited my ability to even communicate or express my problems, right? Because I can't tell what's going on in the home. Okay.
Right.
So my question to you is, and this is for anyone that's listening, I want you to ask yourself the question, because as Brother Ronnie said, most of our stuff happens when we are in our childhood years. Brother Ronnie, with the conditions that you just said about your being raised with your grandmother, not having your father in the house, wanting to know certain things, you couldn't get that answered. Now you got puberty coming up. You have all of these different challenges that you're faced with, which is affecting your mind, affecting your emotions. What would you say to your younger self? Like, what would be the one thing, right? What would be that one thing that you would say to your younger self back then that can serve you now?
Honestly, it would be read more. The more you know, the better you are to equipped to deal with certain things. You can find those answers. See, I didn't see. The thing was, not only did I not have someone to talk to, I didn't know where to look to get these answers. Didn't know where to look for. I didn't know where to look at. I had no clue. But I found out, like they said, if you want to keep anything from a black man, put it in the book.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And it's very true. We wasn't reading.
Yeah.
Unless your parents forced you to read.
Yeah.
And if your parents were like mine, that really, let me tell you something, sister. I was they labeled me as smart and intelligent or gifted at an early age because I was taught certain things that I had to do, but it was really survival things. See, my grandmother, she couldn't read or write. She had a stroke, so she couldn't write too good. So at an early age, 5 and 6 years old, I was the one writing out the bills. I had to write out the bills, figure out how much it was going to be to pay the bills and everything like that. Figure out the money we had, budget in the house, and that took away from some of my childhood because I'm doing all this mess here because Grandpa done ran out on us. You know what I'm saying? And now we depend upon the system, and so now here I gotta go get a little kid.
Yeah,
I'm trying to hustle now.
Yeah,
I gotta go get a little job cutting grass around the neighborhood or something like that. Charge people $5. But what I would tell myself was stay in the books. See, if I would have known myself, I'm talking about myself, not what they was teaching me about myself, but if I had a chance to know who I was back then, I would have been a stronger and better person than I am right now. I was like 8 years old, I think 7, 8 years old. Jimmy Carter was the president. I knew some things was wrong. Jimmy Carter was the president. I still think about this. And I wrote the president a letter.
Wow.
No, Jimmy Carter was the president. Yeah, Jimmy Carter. I wrote the president a letter saying how I saw things was wrong in society and what we need to do to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Grandma was hitting me some wisdom. She couldn't. I can't say she didn't handicap me in certain areas, but certain things she exposed me to, and that really it helped me. But it also how can I say this? Hindered me in a certain way, because like I said, I had rejection that I didn't know how to cope with. And by meaning rejection, I'm like, if your mother's not there, that's a form of rejection. I looked at that as a form I didn't realize it at that particular time, but it affected me. Mom was in and out the house. I needed someone there, or I needed to heal. How could I heal? If you don't know How could I heal? Who's going to talk to the child? You know, like you said, therapy, what they give us now is a whole different realm, and healing now is, man. That's, if I'd have had that way back then, man. Whoa, you know.
Go- Which brings me to my next question. Thank you for, I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to thank you for that. I want to give credit to your grandmother, right? Because I believe every person in our lives shaped us for, in the conditions we went through, shaped us with who the person we are today, right?
Exactly.
Thank you to my dad for everything that he allowed me to experience, and he taught me what it is to love a Black man. Thank you to my father. And as I look at you and I had the opportunity to experience you, right? But I'm hearing your story at a different angle in this time. And what I hear from you right now is the importance of community,
Mm-hmm.
how that plays, a big part in healing, right? In raising, rearing. They say in the scripture, it says it takes a village to rear a child, to raise a child, right? It takes a village. It takes a village for us to heal, right? And
Exactly.
so, as we look at the village and as we look at, unmasking, right? We look at how you was able to take a problem that you experienced as a childhood and how that became, uh, something that you had to deal with through drinking alcohol or whatever. Then you heard one word at the right time that changed that
Correct.
whole trajectory, right? And now, like you said, I get to change that with my future generations. And so, as I think about the village, and as I think about what I hear from you, Brother Ronnie, do for self or suffer the consequences. Come on
Correct.
now. This is what I'm perceiving from you.
Mm.
Pain is something we're going to experience, but misery is a choice. And you didn't choose to stay in misery, right?
Correct.
Because some people can go through something like this, or what you're talking about, and we stay stuck. There's no hope, there's no way out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
you chose to hear the voice of God from within and the voice of God from without. And now you're on this journey. I believe that healing doesn't take place in one moment,
No.
one meeting, right? It's a journey. And so
Correct.
I got an opportunity to experience you, Brother Ronnie, at a healing retreat,
Mm-hmm.
right? You accepted
Yes.
a call, right? And our retreats are geared around, I'm not going to go into what our retreats or get around towards right now. I'm just so passionate because you took time out of your life
Mm-hmm.
to come to a retreat. Tell
Yes.
me, like, why? Like, what would make you want to, especially a man, like
Mm.
as a Black man, what would make you want to come to a healing retreat?
Healing, what made me want to come, sister, is what I said earlier. Know thyself.
Come on now, Brother Ronnie.
I wanted to know who I am.
Yeah.
And in order for me to know who I am, I got to first figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
I had to heal some things.
Yeah.
I had some things in my mind. See, we are taught, or we thought, or we think we are who we are, and it's just the way I am.
Oh, sad.
You know what I'm saying? But no, there's a reason why you are the way you are and who you are, because we are taught that environment shapes us,
Come on, Brother Ronnie.
and
Teach.
the environment that I was in, it shaped me and molded me into this particular person right here. But it also gave me a lot of jewels.
Teach.
It gave me a lot. It taught me how to relate to women on a small level, but I needed to expand that because I wanted to be, like I said, I wanted to be a better husband. I wanted to be a better father, a better husband, a better man. So I had to first of all, you got to know there's a problem.
Right.
You got to identify there's a problem. If you walking through life and you just think you good,
Yeah.
nothing's wrong with you,
Yeah.
that's the problem right there.
Yes.
Because we are
Yes.
all made perfect but imperfect.
Yes.
You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? So I knew that the life that I was living, man, this can't be me. This can't be it. This can't be all it is. And
Mm.
I was looking for a higher, a higher. Let me see this. I want to say a higher standard of living, but I was looking for a higher calling, a higher level of consciousness.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
was looking to free myself. See, it's one thing to be living in the ghetto
Mm.
and surviving in the ghetto, and that's all you know is the ghetto. And then you move on the east side of town, and you think you're a little bit better than everybody else on the west side. You know what I'm saying? But you still got that ghetto mentality. You still a N-word, but you're on this side of town. Your money, your bank account got a little bit more money in it, but you're still not happy. Something wrong. Well, if it ain't the money, that's making me, and I'm not happy. If I got the money, I'm still not happy. Something else got to be wrong here. So I had to think about saying, man, you know what? There's got to be more to life than this.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this peace that I read about in this Bible?
Come on, set yourself in heaven at once.
Yes, yeah. Where's this peace at? Where's this heaven that I read about in the Quran? See, that's what made me want to come to the healing of person. I had to understand and know, brother, you have a serious problem here. You really do have a problem. You just can't put on a bow tie and it cures everything. No, brother. There is a mental problem that we all have to go through because this planet, this world, it stresses you out on multiple levels.
Yes, indeed.
You
Agreed.
being attacked from the front, the back, and both sides, up, down.
Absolutely.
You've been attacked while you sleeping. You can't even
Yeah,
have a peaceful night of rest.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
you can't even drive down the street without your mind taking you somewhere else.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I've been as far as I can remember my childhood, all the way up to now. I've been at war with
Mm.
myself, or
Mm-hmm.
the surroundings, or the environment, or this, that, and
Mm-hmm.
other. I'm like, damn, can a brother get a break? like
Wait
Tupac.
a minute, Brother Ronnie. That is so powerful. But David, can I say this?
Yeah.
Thank you. See, when you ask yourself powerful questions, this is for anybody that's listening right now, your mind will begin to search for
Mm-hmm.
a powerful solution.
Exactly.
And the question that you just said, that you had to ask yourself, can a brother get a break? That's a powerful question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many people really, ask themselves that question, but also comes up with a viable solution.
Mm-hmm.
And so with you attending the retreat, what viable solutions did
Mm.
you experience and walk away with?
See, that was the whole purpose of me going to the retreat. See, my wife, she went to your first retreat,
Mm-hmm.
and she came back a totally different person.
Wow.
And I said, wait a minute, huh? First, I was skeptical at first. I'm like, okay, look, this how it happened. See, I didn't know nothing about you at first. I didn't know nothing about anything. All I knew was this woman asking me for $2,000 to go somewhere. Whatever she was asking me for, she going on a retreat somewhere. She had a problem. So she
Yeah.
already knew she want to go on a retreat. I'm thinking she's just going on a girls trip vacation or something. I ain't
Right.
know what was going on. I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So every now and then I see you stroll by on my feed because she done hooked me up on the phone when I scroll on my feed and I start paying attention to it. It's okay. All right. Okay. So this what you're gonna be doing? That's what you're gonna be doing. All right. I'm still skeptical now. All right, I'll see how it is when you come back. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever you say. Okay. So she left and came back.
But
And
you trusted her though.
yeah,
You
I trusted her.
You did.
Exactly. I trusted her. You know, that one went out first. She went out first and she said, she came back. I found something.
Ooh.
I'm like, what did you find? She came back with a whole bunch of books. She came back with some more. I think you put her on some sea moss, some other stuff. Some other stuff. And she said, this gonna heal you physically. Right? I'm like, okay, gonna heal me physically. Okay, it's gonna help you with your blood pressure and all this other good stuff. And then she said, I got something for your mental. She said, baby, the next one she give, we got to go.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at her, the
Right.
transformation in her. I said, okay, now maybe I need to go check this out.
Yeah.
I need to go see what's going on over here. So the whole while, She telling me all about this here. We leading up to it, and I ain't gonna tell you no lie. My antennas was up like this, but I couldn't let her know it. but I couldn't let her know it. I'm interested like a mother. Yeah. And inside of me jump for joy. Yeah. But I didn't want her to know. I was that excited. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. So the thing was, you had a trip that was going to Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, I always wanted to go to Egypt. So hell yeah, we going to Egypt. So soon we got it. We paying for it. No problem. Forget it. Let's go. She was like, oh, you going? I said, yeah, we going. I always wanted to go to Egypt. Yeah, we just the motherland. We going over there. But just what happened, circumstances came about that we wasn't able to go. But this is the kicker, sister. Now, this is the kicker now. I had been having visions or dreams of the very place you brought us to before we got there. I thought it was in Egypt that where you was taking us to the visions I was having. I thought it was there.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got to this place and I saw it, it was like deja vu. I was like, wow, I've been here before. Wow. So the room we stayed in, everything. I had seen it before. The whole entire thing. I even saw what I had on in all white. I ain't even know nothing about you know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing about it. I saw the all white and all that. I said, dang, I ain't know that till she was packing the white clothes for us to. She said, we're gonna have to have all white night and we have to wear this. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm saying to myself, damn, now look at this.
Right.
This can't be coincidence. This just can't be. Okay.
Right.
So, but when we get there, my whole purpose was for me to find me, to heal me, to start. Now, I see, like you said before, healing does not occur over an hour or one day or overnight, like you say. I just wanted to start the process.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. See, when I went there, I learned so much. I saw so much. It's the feeling and the things that you taught me is undescribable. I'm like, wow, this is what I've been looking for.
Oh, I love.
This is where I needed to be at. This, like I said, when we sat around that fire, then I said, it's been 76 trillion years in the making for me to get right here. For me position. See, now that I'm in Islam, I understand the perfection of man and where we had to go through. See, now I look back at my childhood now and don't see it as it being trauma or problem, whatever it was. It was the stages I had to go through of evolution to get me to be. Listen, Brother Ronnie, there's something you need to heal right here, brother. You need to fix this. Got that, but you need to fix this. This is to be fixed. Need that to be healed. Okay, because see that this is what would you show me is healing on a whole nother level. It's healing on a cellular level.
Come on, Brother Ronnie, don't make me cry. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Y'all, I hope y'all listening because I wasn't expecting none of this, but my God, transformation.
So when I spoke to Brother David a couple of days ago, and I told him, I said, brother, I'm still unpacking the things that I learned from the retreat. And it's been 2 months to the day that I'm still going through my mind and like, wow. Because it's got me looking at everything differently now. I'm seeing things with a broader span. At one point in time, you know, we had the blinders on, your tunnel vision. You see what you want to see in life. You go where you want to go. You know, like this. Now I'm like, whoa, I'll be damned. I didn't see this before. I didn't know. I didn't have no clue. And it starts with you clearing up all the fog that's in your head, in your mind, the healing. See, this is a healing on a physical, spiritual, and mental level. And that's what, as men, need to understand and need to address and need to delve into. We can't keep thinking, I got it. Brother, you don't have it. Trust me.
Mm.
Just I told my granddaughter, let me say this here real quick. My granddaughter,
Mhm.
she is being right now, she's being tested for like being a gifted child beyond her years of school. Okay. So they want to put her a couple of grades up. So every day she come home, she thinks she could pull a wool over our eyes. She thinks she could trick us. I'm like, look, I done everything you tried to do. I done it right. But let me show you something. I am 50 years old. You just 5. So I know way more than you. But now I'm about to take you on a whole nother level. Look at this. There's a whole universe out here. A universe out here that you know nothing about.
Come on.
You don't even know what's going on down the street.
Come
You
on.
know what I'm saying? So how could you possibly know about the vast material that's going on and the mechanics of everything? But to bring it even closer, you got to understand and know yourself before you can understand out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what makes you tick? Why you act a certain way? Why you do this? Why you do that? These traumas that we have on ourselves.
Yes.
They're not always our traumas. It's not our burden to bear. We carry somebody else's burdens and don't even
Woo.
know and have no clue. And just
That's
think it's just the way it's supposed to be. No, it ain't the way it's supposed to be. You need to be healed.
my God. You said a mouthful, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing divine healing with the world
Mm-hmm.
because it's all divinity, right?
Yes.
And what I experienced from you and all of the participants, but from you and two forms from the men that were there, inclusive of my husband. I seen another level of vulnerability that most men don't share towards one another.
Mm, right.
The ability to just see y'all hug each other and, shed tears with one another in the presence
What?
of
Did you
all.
saw that?
Yeah, in the
Yes.
presence of
What?
all.
What?
And,
Man.
and for you, Brother Ronnie, you know, to see you when we did the different, healing the inner child was going to Busch Gardens. When I
Mm,
see you, having fun, letting a child be a child. You understand?
right.
The inner child was able to come out and not feeling judged because we on a ride and we laughing and we facing our fears and
Right.
see
Right.
you, as I was teaching some of the classes to see that you was listening, right? You
Mhm.
allowed that part of you to just come down, right? And it reminded me, my shero is Harriet Tubman. If you see on the back of my wall,
Mhm.
she didn't just lead women, she led men,
Yes.
and I understand like when I'm doing my work, I'm doing my work to free minds. I'm doing my work to free
Mhm.
the it's a freedom work. You understand? Just free us spiritually, to free us mentally, emotionally, to free us financially, and to position yourself to
Mhm.
allow, this retreat and Sister Nayera, all right, and Brother David to lead you in a space that it takes a lot of courage to confront. And so I just want to say thank you, right? And as we get ready to wrap this up, brother Ronnie, I got two questions for you.
Mhm.
One is three things. Well, that's gonna be my very last question. When I talk about positioning, right? Especially as a black man, seeing you go on a retreat, see you be vulnerable, transparent, on an overall whole, I would like to say, what is the position of the black man in 2023 moving into 2024 as it relates to society and healing, and how does that affect the need for healing? So let me give
Mhm.
it to you again. What is the position of the black man, or your position, or and the black man in 2023 moving into 2024, because we're almost there, as it relates to society and the need for healing?
Wow. So that is a very, very good question. And let me try to answer the question like this. far as us moving and transitioning from one year to the next and being a
Just
man,
keep talking. I gotta get my charger. Go ahead and keep talking.
We need. It's put like this. It's hard for a man right now to be a man in this society because they already have tried to box you off into a certain category, many categories. They got you over here as this, they got you over here as this, and they got you over here as this. And for a man to basically be a man, period, not just being, I'm saying being the head of the household, being able to lead the family in the right direction, and also being himself, being led in the right direction. You know, this is a very slippery slope right here for as a man, because you don't want to see misogynistic. You don't want to see the word I'm looking for, male. I think I said this word earlier. it escapes me again right now.
Masculinity.
Masculinity. That's the word. That, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to seem homophobic. You don't want to seem. It's too many things that you as a man have to stand on, or stand against, or stand away from, to be yourself. And then you got to try and figure out what is it that's being my natural self.
Oh, wait. You got to say that one more time. This is for the guest. What is it to be your natural self?
Your
my
natural
God.
self.
Yes, go ahead.
That is the question. Who are you? And before you can figure out who you are, you have to be healed. This is a medication that you're offering to us. And the patient has to be willing to take it. And what you gave me is something that I could take home and share with not only myself, but my generations of the children behind me, to show them, look, this is it. This the stuff that we're going through right now. There's someone I know that can heal you, that can fix you. Her name's Sister Naira. She got some teachings. She got some teachings for you that you might need to know, that you're gonna have to learn. She got it from Master Fuad Muhammad and Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan Muhammad. They blessed this woman with something. Her and her husband, they're on a mission. It's called Healing on Purpose and Repairing the Black Family. That is the key. That's the first thing that caught my mind, was repair the Black family. See, that's one of the most important things that we must do. We got to repair the Black family. In order to repair you got to start off with the head. Who's the head of the family? Or who's supposed to be the head of the family? They keep trying to knock you down at every corner. They don't even want to allow a man to be a man. And if you be a man, what they do is Samson, they cut your hair off. You can't wear that kind of hair. Can't wear that. Can't have that kind of hairstyle over here.
Yeah.
They cut your hairstyle off in school as a child. Won't let you participate in certain sports.
Yeah.
Say we don't want that, but you let the little white kid come over here. Sorry, I'm saying that. Come over here with long hair, and he whatever the hell he want to be. Now you want to be known as this. Want to be known as a dog. You want to be known as this or that, another. But I can't wear my hair long. I can't wear my locks. I can't be myself. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. See, this society here, this world that we live in, this environment that we're in, it's toxic to the man, to the Black man in general.
Woo! You just set us on fire, because that is a topic that most don't want to look at or confront. in the retreats, they help you to detox.
Exactly.
Right? It's like getting yourself out into, because you said it earlier, environment shapes. Well, you said something about environment, but what I'm thinking, what came into my mind was environment shapes character.
Exactly. Correct.
And so you saying what you're saying, especially about the position of the Black man and where he is now, and not want to have that toxic masculinity and, you know, being seen as male chauvinistic, and still being able to hold that space in a home as head of household, right? And all of these things. But if you still have these things in the past that you have yet to confront,
right,
you have yet to have the courage to look at, or don't know how to, or have not had the right person at the right time to help you to deal with that, or to confront it and begin to unveil that or unmask that, then that is carried over into present time. It's carried over into your faith. It's carried over into your family. It's carried over into your business. So with you, Brother Ronnie, taking a position that you have taken, you know, to have your faith, have your family, have your business, take your losses and put it into abundance. Ooh, come on now. Come on. Taking care of your mental, right? Retreating, taking time out to say, let me get me right so I can have enough juice, not for me only, but I'm passing this down generations. That people are affected by our healing. And so as we look at generational wealth, Brother Ronnie, the family is the business.
Yes, it is.
The family is the business. But most businesses fail because we don't have the right tools to keep that family in order. Like scripture tells us, do everything in decency and in order. So the retreats and the different things that we're doing with the repair of the Black family, we're hoping to solve generational poverty on many levels, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, to create more generational wealth. And you and your wife has contributed just by your presence. Just by you. Go ahead.
How do you what equates generational wealth? Generational health.
Come on now.
Mental health.
Yep.
Physical health. That's the only way you're gonna get the wealth.
That's it. You said it. I was gonna ask you, what else did you want to say to the audience? Leave with 3 tips. 3 tips that you want to say to the audience as it relates to Black men healing, Black men retreats. Taking retreats. Just healing in general. And you know, this came to my mind as you were speaking. What I hear from you is you have demonstrated self-love, self-care. What would you say? And this show is just not for Black people, right? I just want to make that clear. We're just targeting us. But what would you say as it relates to self-care, self-love, healing on purpose, faith, focus, and family, especially as it relates to mental health? I hope that wasn't a lot.
Actually was, but we're gonna break it down.
Break it down, Brother Ronnie, because you're so powerful. I was trying to get it all out.
Yes. First of all, family, let me tell you like this here. What we need to do, or what we should do, what is a must, like Sister Naira said, is repair the Black family.
Teach that.
And to heal yourself starts with the inner love, self-love. You know what? How can I love myself if I'm drinking every day? That was showing myself that I did not love myself as much as I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? How can I show love for anyone else if I can't even show love for this person?
Teach.
By just simply eating the right foods, staying away from the places that's going to put me in danger. You know, loving yourself. First of all, loving yourself means you're going to take care of yourself. And the first thing to take care of is the head. If the head is right, then the body and all the organs gonna follow. How you gonna take care of the head of the family if you're not even thinking right? You know, you cannot lead your wife. You can't give your children a positive direction or influence in which direction to go into in life because they can't trust none of your judgment because you're all over the place.
Just chaotic.
You know,
Just chaotic.
you're chaotic. Your life is not in order financially, mentally, physically. You know, by me coming to Islam, and like you said, I was searching. When you ask yourself the big question, you're gonna give you that big answer. You're gonna find that big. You're gonna find solutions for it. And what it brought me to was you.
Allahu Akbar. God is the greatest. God is the greatest. Come on now.
It brought me
Come
to
on.
you.
God is the greatest.
You
That's
said,
right.
He said, it said I'll send what 50,000 havoc angels after you,
Come on now.
and you
Come
one
on.
of them.
All praises due to the Most High God.
And
Allah.
you are one of those angels that He sent to go get His people.
Allah.
This what Sister Naira and Brother David is offering is better than a vacation. Don't see we go. That's why we take vacations.
Now you know we was about to end this, but that's the thing now.
You know what I'm saying? We take a vacation, get away from some things, right? You want to get away, you got to take a vacation to get away from the household, get away from the bill. You're trying to get away from everything, right? Well, this is something that I need to get away from. You need to get to. You need to get to this to go back and be able to deal with that. And look at it from a whole nother perspective, whole nother angle, whole nother light. Wait a minute now. See, life, along with good health and wealth, we try and put them all in the same basket, but you can't have one without the other. If your mind ain't right, we know damn well your money ain't right because you spend it on all kind of foolishness, stuff that you don't need because you're caught up in the gotta have this here, gotta need this here, gotta show off for this person, putting yourself in debt, all kind of foolishness. Because we're not thinking properly for as I'm gonna give you a quick little example. You're trying to buy a house, and they you know the damn interest rate way too high. You know it's too high, but you will go ahead and put yourself in that bind and get just to say you got a house. But you ain't in that house, you ain't got no peace because you really can't afford it. And it caused you to do all kind of crazy stuff. Now I gotta start drinking again. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start smoking again or whatever. I'm stressed the hell out now. I got this big pretty house, but it's falling apart from the inside. And that's how our bodies are. You have this house right here that people see, this nice big pretty house that you see, but it's falling apart on the inside because of what you put inside your house and what you're not taking in. What you should be taking in is mental health.
That's right.
Healing on purpose to get your mind right.
Your mind right.
Once you get your mind right, then you see the flowers start to pop up in the front yard. They said, damn, they want to know if the grass is green on the other side. Man, the grass is green right here because look at all this flourishing. Everything coming about me flourishing. Everything I touch turn to gold.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. Everything you touch turn to gold. Before I go, Brother Ronnie, because I want to make sure I get your information for your business. I do want to say one more thing. We do have to close the segment out because I know we could talk. We could keep going on because we on fire over here, y'all. Okay?
Yes.
Go ahead and let us. I just want to say, Brother Ronnie, another thing that I noticed is and for what you all told us, there was a renewal with your marriage.
Yes.
On that retreat.
Yes.
And that right there was so magnificent to see love be rebirthed again.
Yes.
You know, y'all had your individual healing, but also your marriage, according to what y'all told us, was healed. Yes. So would you like to share just a small portion of that before we close out?
Nope. No, I'm just playing.
Okay. No.
I'm just playing. I'm joking.
Anyway.
No. What I want to say is this. I will say this here. You know, Sister Naira and Brother David helped me out tremendously. Healing on Purpose. How could I be a good husband to this woman over here if I ain't right mentally? As I keep saying that because I keep stressing that because we do not understand just how damaged we are until you actually take a look outside yourself, or better yet, look at yourself in the mirror and confront yourself. Be like, tell yourself, man, you really are really a liar. If everybody say you a liar, you a liar. You know what I'm saying? You really do have some bad business dealings. You really got, what I'm saying? You gotta be honest with yourself about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know as much as you think you know. But I'm gonna say this here: the healing, the message, the knowledge that I got from you guys helped me to become a better husband to her. Help me pay attention more. Help me understand more. Help me learn. Help me listen more. Help me observe more. Stop being so quick to react. I understand now. See, not only that I'm understanding myself now, I'm starting to see. I'm seeing her now. She's pointing out her flaw. Like, see, baby, see, this is why I do what I do. This is why you do what you do. And I understand. I'm like, wow. At first, boy, we hard-headed, don't like to be told nothing. Don't, you know how we are. We know everything, and it's my way or the highway.
Brother Ronnie, what you say? Well, we healing on purpose.
That's how it was. But that's how it was.
Yeah.
But when I came to this retreat, I can't stress that enough. See, healing on purpose. You got to understand why you're trying to be healed, or what has to be healed. Every brother that I know that I've talked to, I told them that, man, y'all got, this is eye opener. This is something that you all need to see, that y'all need to go to. The next one that y'all need to have 1,000 people there.
Okay, let's go for that.
They need to have 1,000 people there, really, really. And once we start changing our lives, we can go back and start changing our community, start changing our homes, start changing everything. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, we really don't have, we really don't know that how badly damaged we are until you see it. Look here, I got a brand new truck outside. Doggone motor don't even work. Engine shot. But you'll never know because the sucker's shining and rims chromed out and everything. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm giving that an example. My truck's really not like that, but I'm just saying. That's how
I got the concept. I got the concept. Yeah, because we good at making sure that outside look good. But perfect. The engine, come on, Brother Ronnie, as we get ready to close out, we be out of gas and it don't even work no more. So,
exactly.
Yes, sir. I want to thank you, Brother Ronnie, for sharing space with me. I want to thank your wife, for allowing you to and encouraging you, to be able to just continue to heal on purpose and share your story. Because just you sharing your story today was very therapeutic for me. I'm sure as others are listening to this, they have gotten something from your story. I want to thank you for being a champion for healing, in particular, the Black man healing. I want to thank you for being a warrior, right? During the time as we're going free, we need more people that's willing to be courageous and stand up and be able to say, come on now, look, this is a component, right? This is not, something else. This is in conjunction with. So, and I want to thank you for supporting the repair of the Black family in our Heal on Purpose journey. We are building a community. We're building a community where people can come and be their authentic selves. They can be transparent. They can be vulnerable. And guess what? You all added value to the retreat. So we want other people to come, add value as you take away, right? And this is how we're going to build stronger generations. And so with that being said, the food was amazing. You all came right in, and you helped us out with your catering service. And I gotta say, the macaroni and cheese and that salmon, my God, that was a whole that macaroni cheese, potato salad, and the salmon. That was a whole for me. That was just a whole nother level. And in the what was that with the sausages? The sausages.
I forgot what it was. Wife cooked
The-
that.
okay, well we had that.
That's how creative she is. She created that on the fly.
Okay, well that was really good. I just want to say the name of your business is Yarons, and how can one get in contact with you and your catering service as well?
Okay, we're located here in New Orleans, Louisiana. You can reach us by phone actually. Is area code 504-484-1799. We're a growing, thriving business. That's another thing. My wife got that from Sister Naira. Started that business. She started that business after coming from your retreat.
Yes,
See how do you see how she helps people out?
Yeah,
Healing.
she a celebrity chef. Let me tell you, I see that sister going big places because I mean she got big vision, and y'all, the food is amazing, y'all. The food is amazing.
Yes, I gotta thank you for that, Sister Naira. That was
Oh,
something that
praise
she always wanted to do. And because of you, business has been booming. We've been in a number of festivals. We've been in Essence Festival. We actually we had got an invite to come there for, I think it was FAMU's what that was, I don't know, what something dealing with FAMU, must have been homecoming or something like that.
Mhm.
Well, actually, we didn't go because we tied up down here in New Orleans. So with there's Bayou Classic that's coming up down here, we'll be in a number of festivals coming up this next coming year. We was in Zydeco Fest. We've been in a lot. We've been doing a lot, and we got Mardi Gras, of course, coming up. But like I said, you can reach us in New Orleans at area code 504-939. Oh, I'm sorry, 484-1799. And the staple that we're pushing out right now is the bean pie.
Okay, good. Y'all got to get that bean pie.
Yeah.
Brother Ronnie, I hate to rush you, but we got to end the show before the
Yes.
computer cut off.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
definitely want to make sure that the people contact you all. Is there a website?
Yes, she has the website is Yarons.com, and then Yarons Catering at yahoo.com.
All right, good. So that's Yarons.com and YaronsCatering.com. They are a traveling catering agency. So they
Yes.
will, as long as you get it right, y'all, they'll come to you and they will do
Well,
an amazing job. Brother Ronnie, I'm going to go ahead and pull you out if you just want to hold on. And I want to say thank you so very much as I
thank you.
make these announcements, okay?
Go
All
ahead,
right.
sister.
So, family, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in today. It has been absolutely amazing. Brother Ronnie, talking, it's a very sensitive subject, but it's a very needed and wanted subject. Being able to talk about Black men healing, how do you deal with stress and trauma while maintaining a business, a family, and your faith, and the need for retreats, the need to just pull back, step back, put yourself in a sacred place, and be able to focus in on you and your family. So, as we are getting ready to close out, I'm truly happy to announce right now, Brother David and Sister Naira, we have started our training academy. It's on a local level for right now, but we have started leadership and development training where we're giving you the actual tools and courses to be able to take from the comfort of your own home so that you can actually have the means and methods to flourish and prosper, to grow your business in any economy, starting with the family first, because the family is the business. So we're excited about that. We definitely want you to contact us more if you're on a local level in the Tampa Bay area to be a part of our leadership and development. We're now starting to meet every week, once a month, excuse me. We're building a network, an exchange club. So we want you to be a part of that as well. We do have some other announcements that's coming up, big retreats that's coming up. We're going to announce that on our next program. As of now, if you do not have this book, please go ahead and get the book. Come on in. We're talking about Repairing the Black Family Anthology. 33 powerful authors. We're telling our stories, we're telling our lessons learned, and we're also leaving you with solutions. So you will find yourself in the story. We just ask that you take the repair actions and apply them and be able to have a healing balm, not just for you, but for your family as well. Again, my name is Sister Nayera Muhammad. I am your host of the Repair of the Black Family podcast, hosted by Brother David and Sister Nayera. And guess what, y'all? I'm here trying to make sure I get this correct. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, give me a like, and also to the podcast. We want to thank you so very much. God bless. Peace and love.